Say goodbye to appliances.
Hello, Appliances Online.
Afternoon from a sun-drenched Sydney Harbour once again for heats 3 and 4 of the JJ Giltinan 18-foot skiff championships for 2024. The carnival brought to you by Winnings, and what a day we've got on the harbour. Not that much breeze though, but should be exciting enough for two races, if there's anything to go by, of the first two heats. We've seen some incredible racing and some of the best 18-foot skiffs sailing in many a day. But I'm Peter Shipway, and alongside me to give us an overview of the weather in less than 10 words, Andrew Buckland.
Jesus, 10 words, Pete. The rations are getting thin.
You've used 6 already.
I know. 7, 8. So, folks, just high pressure cell, pretty normal late summer pattern. High pressure cell centred in Bass Strait, well to the south of here. Weak gradient northeasterly with a smear of sea breeze on top of it. Very volatile. The water, you know, the air temperatures, the water's hotter than the air, so it's going to be a tricky old day. And probably 25 degrees difference left edge to right edge. Not expected to get consistently above 10 knots, but let's see what plays out.
Okay, well, thank you, Andrew. And as we say, good afternoon to Jimmy Bury. Jimmy, I think they're just relaying the start line, but tell us what we're thinking will be the course today, certainly for the first race, Heat 3.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pete. Yeah, they've got course number 6 over 3, which means 3 laps. So we're down here currently in Taylor's Bay, and they're going to work their way over into Watson's Bay, and 3 laps of that, and finish down here and reset to do it all again. And we'll see how the mighty Vicaris start system plays out.
I'm Doug Wake. I'm the events director with Vicaris, and we're at the 2023 VX1 North American Championships powered by RaceSense. The VX class has been great to work with, and we're super excited to bring RaceSense to what we consider a common man's class. RaceSense is America's Cup Sail GP level technology, and so what that brings to the course is automated live broadcast pings, automated timing, and OCS detection. RaceSense is a simple system. Each boat is equipped at this regatta with an Atlas II, and it's mounted in a consistent position, which allows us to model a 2D shape of the boat around that, which lets us make OCS determinations using the bow, transom, beam, or any other part of the boat. So what RaceSense is bringing is automation that's able to make this more reliable, more precise and more accurate. And what that means is fairer racing, faster racing, and a better experience on the water, not just for sailors, but for race committee as well.
Well, that just shows the sophistication that's moving into the 18s, certainly, and sailing generally. I think the Etchells have their World Championships in Perth a bit later this month, and they'll be all using the Vacaris system as well. But we're back on Sydney Harbour on Taylor Bay, just awaiting the start. The committee boat are just dropping anchor, and the breeze lightish, 8 to 9, maybe 10 knots at best. All skiffs on their big rig for heats. Certainly for the first heat, it'll be a 3-lapper. We'll just wait and see what happens for the 4th heat. But a little earlier today, I spoke to one of the leading skippers and got his views of the carnival so far. With Harry Price, the skipper of Rag and Famish. Well, what a race on Sunday. You got second. Did you ever think you could get to him and win it?
Yeah, it was a good race, actually. Yeah, we sort of just took the mentality the whole way around the course. Just to stay in touch whenever possible. There weren't many passing lanes, and yeah, each work we sort of thought if we can just stay in touch by the time we get to the top mark and not lose too much, then we might have any opportunity on the downwind. And yeah, we managed to keep that mentality the whole way around, and yeah, got towards the back end of the race and started to find some opportunities to get closer and closer and closer, and then yeah, sort of. Well, we ended up finishing 6 seconds behind them, so yeah, it was close. Yeah, terrific race. And you had some mates out there in a powerboat at Shark Island the first time. You gave them a cheerio. Yeah, it was interesting for sure. But yeah, we just obviously we're going faster, and then we tried to sort of get out of their wake whilst they were slow to begin with, and then as we got closer, they just put the hammer down and started digging the big hole and sort of tried to slow down a little bit just so he could get past, but yeah, then started turning and all that, and then it just got a bit too not so scary, but yeah, sort of a bit out of control, and just not sure what was going to happen, and it gave him a little bit of peace in my mind once he started going the opposite direction of it. Well, I think the bloke that was steering that boat's never been in a yacht in his life, but anyway, good start to the regatta, a 4th and a 2nd. What do you think today? Big sail breeze? Yeah, I think, it's sort of been just sitting currently. What time are we? We're 1:20 now. For the last hour and a half, it's sort of been pretty stable. Not built too much, but it looks like it's starting to a little bit. But yeah, I think that's going to favour us. And, well, we will favour these conditions. We'll be happy with them. And, yeah, hopefully we get 2 good races today and, yeah, see how it goes. You've been battling a bad back most of the year. How's that holding together for you? Yeah, it's okay. It's surprisingly okay this week. Went out on the moth a couple of weeks ago and sort of triggered the disc into the nerve again, and so that spasmed for 2 to 3 weeks, and yeah, sort of avoided sailing anything really or doing anything just so I could get here this week, and so far so good. Sort of got massage once I get in this afternoon. I went to physio yesterday with a day off, and it's yeah, it's okay. Great. Well, good luck today, Harry, and for the rest of the regatta. Lovely, thanks. Well, for those that might have missed it, we were talking to Harry Price there about the powerboat that caused a bit of mayhem on the first downwind leg at Shark Island on Sunday's thrilling race. And we might just show you exactly what we were talking about there, because we have it here captured. And here we go, just ploughing a huge furrow down the course. And the Rag and Famish trying to negotiate the waves, which is very hard to do at full wick. They had to rag their spinnaker and just get through it. But just following was Andu, who ended up in the tide courtesy of that friendly powerboat. So he is probably certainly gold medal prospect for our Kumquat of the Year award. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, here we are at the starting area waiting for signals. There's the Rag and Famish on screen. Currently, in the point score, they are third behind Andu and Yandu. But as I said earlier, Andrew, we've really seen a couple of thrilling heats, haven't we? Certainly at the front end of the fleet.
Oh, no, absolutely. the standard of the sailing in both races at the front end has been pretty high, and credit to Andu and the Rag and Yandu. Yandu a staggering comeback yesterday. I'm sorry, on Sunday, from being upside down, courtesy of that powerboat. And I think equally a terrific effort from Rag and Famish to make a real contest of the last lap on Sunday, also nearly catching Andu, and Andu led the whole way. So an amazing effort from those guys. But what we can say, Pete, is we've got 3 really well-sorted boats out there, yep?
Certainly have, and breeze is nothing strong at the moment. We've got about 8, 9 knots, perhaps 10 at best. We're looking upwind. There's Andu, the defending champions, and Noakes just had a little bit of a wobble, but there's Andu. They've had a very good start to the defence of their title. They've had a second and a first, and they're leading narrowly after from Yandu with a first and a third, then Rag and Famish with a fourth and second. But certainly early days on the point score. There's 9 heats to go. You can drop your worst after 6 races have been completed. And today's partner, as we mentioned, is Vacaris, and they're racing today for the Alan Cole Memorial Trophy. And this regatta is brought to you by Winnings. And certainly Winnings are winning at the moment. Andu is right up there, as I said, in first place on the point score after 2 heats. There's the Royal Oak. They've a little, not a great start to the regatta. They were been in single figures both days, so that's pretty good really. And there's 7th overall. There's 6th, Nathan Edwards had a 15th and an 11th. So what are we seeing here, Andrew, with this weather? Not much of an increase, have we? Just a little, maybe?
No,
not much.
It's come up, but more importantly, I think it appears that the direction has stabilised to some degree, and the course, Jimmy, they put the course axis at 065. The breeze now to the left of that, perhaps somewhere around 050, probably average. And as we mentioned, a fair bit of difference right to left. So on the right, breeze around 065, on the left, perhaps 04 something. So signs of a little build, but there's no understandable mechanism for it to build. So let's see what happens. A little bit of thermal and a little bit of gradient. So hard for it to build, but it might go 10-12 and it might go 10-8.
Okay, we're still about 7 minutes away from a start, and remembering we had 3 goes at the start on Saturday in the first heat, but we're a clean start on the second heat.
Just in the back of that shot just before, the Noakes have somehow managed to rig their spinnaker, looks like inside their forestay.
Okay, not recommended, Jimmy. There it is.
Highly not recommended.
Maybe they're expecting strong winds, a little reef in the spinnaker. So a bit to sort out there, but for those that know Sydney Harbour, we're in Taylor Bay, which is just to the eastern side of Bradley's Head, and the weather mark we can see up in sort of the Watson's Bay, Lang Point area. So all our regulars are back with us. We thank you. A couple of having a sickie out on the afternoon. I won't dob you in because your boss might be watching or hear about it. So we've got Ian Barnard, always early to jump on. Hello to you, Ian. Olivia Dameron. He's always with us. He's watching from Siberia. Okay, well, good luck to you, Christian. I think I can guarantee we're warmer than you are at Siberia. But Nipper Henderson, Burnett Heads. Who else have we got? Russell Moore, he's with us. Ralph Monroe. Russell Moore, I've said that. Western Sydney, yeah. Pete Firminga, good to see you. Hear from you, Pete. Tyler N. Chris Keevers from Fishing Point, Lake Macquarie. Hello to you, Chris. Jeff Hurwich, always with us. Brian Phillips, another great viewer. Hello to you, Brian. Gav M. Who else we got? Tyler N. John Louis from Hideaway Bay. The Yankee Express is there. Lofty, Wheels Up, Francois Morissette, Todd Wilson, Michael Jarvis, Chris Steele. Wow, as we're just hearing the 5-minute hoot up, so we're 5 minutes away from the start as we've got Fisher Paykel on screen here just doing a few wobbly bobblies. But the breeze will start in about 8 to 9 knots, a few little up puffs. And Fisher Paykel's chasing us down here, giving him a bit of wash.
Jordan just giving me a big smile.
Yeah, he's a pretty laid back.
He knew what he was doing.
He's a pretty laid back character, Jordan Gertis. And hello to Pete Montgomery. He's tuning in from Auckland, New Zealand. Good day to you, PJ. And give us a critique after the event of how we're going here with our commentary. If anyone can, he's the man.
He's given us 8 out of 10, Pete.
Well, he gives some of us 8 out of 10. I won't tell. He might give some a few less, Andrew. I won't tell you who, though.
Very kind of him, don't you think?
Okay, well, 4 minutes. 4 flags up. There's Finport, one of the favoured boats, but didn't have a good day on Sunday.
And Keegan became a grandfather last night.
He's older than he looks.
A grandfather, wow.
True story.
Young Jordan had a little baby.
Lovely.
So, happy days. Keegan's now a grandfather, which makes Foot a great grandfather.
Now he can relax and really get stuck into it. But he's had a very good third in the first heat and a 13th in the second heat.
Pete, report on that. They went down a powerboat wash and just
kept going.
As somebody said, a 10 out of 10 endo, which means hull vertical in water mast.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? So I would assume he'll be hoping that will be his drop early on in the series. So he's got to really can't get any more wobbles involved.
I'm talking to the boys, it woke them up fully, they said. There you go, if they need to.
They do. It does wake you up very quickly.
Yeah. But a couple of the young teams in the top 10 as we're about 2 minutes 50 away.
The young guys from the RAYC.
We've got the Balmain boys in 4th place at the moment, 2/6. And from New Zealand, ASCC Racing. They are currently in 5th place with an 8th and a 5th. They're doing very well. And Marine Outlet got up the other day with an outstanding 4th. The Royal Oak is there with a 7th and 9th. So a lot of boats in the mix, but at the moment it looks like Yandu and Rag and Famish are putting their stamp early on in this regard. The breeze up here a little bit with the start just over 2 minutes away.
Quite bumpy water despite not a lot of wind. Bit of residual swell coming in the heads. And the usual ferry traffic. And
well, there's nothing coming down from Manly that we can see. There's nothing outbound to Manly, I don't think, Jimmy, but the harbour, very clear runway up to this weather mark at the moment. Just one spectator yacht on the course, but a few boats out under power, of course. But we've got minute 45 and the starting line. Andrew, give us your overview here.
I think you need to try and start in the left-hand edge, the last third of the line, down towards the pin.
Right.
And try and figure out a way to get onto port. More pressure on the left edge and tide not a huge factor today.
It's incoming though, isn't it?
Yep. Weak though.
Maybe get down to that Nielsen Park shore and this sort of breeze that always seems to pay.
Well, big east in the big right in the right. So, but equally good pressure on the left edge, compressed against the headland. So, and the line bias and the fleet's racked up to tell you what the line bias is.
Don't worry about that orange mark we just saw on shot. That's part of the gate that they'll come to as they run downwind. But here we go with a minute to go.
So down at the pin, toward the pin, Yandu, Finport, Rag and Famish.
You know, Yandu's the most lured at the moment, I think. Up at the top end, we've got Lazarus, you can see there. Bit of yelling already with 45 seconds to go. Third heat, about to get underway on the harbour for the 2024 JJ Giltinan Championship.
So it looks like the breeze has caught them a bit, Pete. Breeze has gone left.
Left, yes. Pinned them down a little.
Yep. Finport probably in good shape. Down at toward the pin.
Yeah, in very good shape. He can get it down, get the pedal down and cross. He'll be in very good shape with 20 seconds to go.
And Rag and Famish a little bit engaged with Yandu.
Yeah, they're very close together. Harry Price trying to squeeze up.
Yandu right at the pin.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Rocking and rolling.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're pinching to get there, Pete.
Yeah, they've got to get onto port if you can. Yandu's across.
He's over, though.
We'll see. Is he over? I think it's going to be a... Yep, individual. Individual. And it's Yandu. We feel it is over. Is he not going back yet? Boy, he's going to give him a big start now. If he doesn't go back, there's the hooter. Yandu is okay. It is Yandu's the boat that's in trouble here. At the moment, he's certainly not going back. But we're away. Yandu got a very good start also. The boat's still going into the shore there at Chowder Head.
Yeah, big knife fight in there at Chowder. See who comes out of that all right.
Oh, boy, this is going to be a big issue if Yandu doesn't go back. There's one boat capsized. Fisher Paykel on the start line capsized. The fleet trying to get onto port as quick as they can. They get across to that Nielsen Park shore, you would think. Finport did well. He's right up high, 6 just above him.
So Finport, if you recall, Pete, Finport led the last time he did this course, doing exactly what he just did then.
But then he got clobbered by going back.
Into the pressure and, yeah.
That's Finport. There's Rag and Famish, well placed, but it's Yandu that's got out very quickly, and Yandu, but we think that it's Yandu that was the boat that was over. Okay, so they have not gone back and they kept racing. So their day could be over before it started now. But there's Yandu, Vycobi handily placed. But all the skiffs now on port, except Sea-Tech coming back on starboard.
Yeah, Pete, I just had confirmation from the start boat. They've identified Yandu as the boat that was over.
Oh, dear. All right, well, we'll keep talking about them, but they're not in the race. So the race now is on to Steel Point. And it's Yandu that will, of the legitimate starters, will lead them there. There's going to be a hollow feeling for the Yandu boys if they perform well. To get no gun when they finish, but anyway, that's the part of the sailing, that's all the trickiness. You've got to get it right. There's Rag and Famish, handily placed. He's probably in about 3rd position. Now a few boats starting to bail out on starboard and clear their gas.
Yeah, Pete, I mean, the top 3 are the normal top 3 in a sense, if you're excluding Yandu, Finport, Rag and Yandu are the leaders, I believe. Not sure of the order yet.
Well, I think Yandu will be the leader.
Yandu came out pretty clean.
He got onto port quickly. There's Vycobi in about 4th or 5th position. They're all going into Steel Point here to get this right-hand easterly shift that traditionally runs along the shore. But there's Yandu's tacked early. Didn't go right into Steel Point. Probably just wants to clamp his position at the front of the fleet. Marine Outlet. There's just tacky as the Rag and Famish.
Okay, so outbound ferry from Watts Bay causing the fleet some anxiety early on here. Finport has crossed Rag and Famish, so...
Oh, he's Yandu and Finport's crossed him. Okay, leader is Finport. Keegan York, the new grandfather. It's a good, tight cross, but he's in good shape.
And I think that's advantage Finport because it will pay to be right here.
Yeah, yep. Boats are going furthest in at the moment of these two, Royal Oak and Hoffelhaus. Our friends from Germany.
And we can throw a tennis ball into either boat.
Yep. And there's a good slant of pressure coming around Steel Point as Royal Oak tacks right on the point. Yandu, Rag and Famish and Finport, the leading group. Yandu going out back into the middle of the harbour. And there's a yacht out there. It looks pretty high on the left off George's Head.
Travelling with a Hoffelhaus, a bit wobbly. Lazarus crosses them.
Just a little wobbly, yes. Okay,
classic stuff.
Here's the two that had the thrilling battle on Saturday. Again, getting at it again. Rag and Andu. Yandu, top of screen, was OCS, so he's out of this race. 2 races today. This is the first of them. Heat 3, and then later today, Heat 4 in breeze about 9 knots out of the northeast, maybe at times east-northeast. A big split. Finport right in on Nielsen Park. There's Barrowang, Simon Nern, the young Henrys, back in the pack.
So, Pete, the breeze not as far right as we might expect here.
No, it's not. And that will favour Yandu, who went out in the middle, come back on a big left-hander. And he's really looks ahead, well ahead of Finport when we lined them up here.
Finport really needs to tack back if that's the case. Go far enough. There is right hand right up on the ley line, though, I think. And Yandu leads by a long way, but doesn't lead anything.
No, it doesn't amount to anything. Okay, here we go now. That's Finport, and then the top two, top of right, are Yandu and Rag and Famish. So remember, Finport just crossed Andu before. Now the gap is, boy, it's 80 metres or so, or more. Rag and Famish is clearly across, and sixth has got himself up into the leading bunch as well by going back out in the middle. So again, we're seeing this battle that has come again from Heat 2, Andu and Rag and Famish. Is from the weather mark. 3 lap up, 3 windwards, 3 leewards, finish downwind. And on the downwind legs, you go round a gate and just advance at the starting line. So, if you just joined us, Andu was OCS and did not go back. So the race leader is Andu, followed by Rag and Famish.
And the breeze now just flicked to the right upper here in Watson's Bay, Pete. So whatever we were looking at 2 minutes ago is now quite different. Breeze about 15 further right in one big puff here.
Hello to JD Clancy from Massachusetts. Glad you're watching there. And hope you're enjoying it from a sunny Sydney Harbour. Breeze northeast 8-9 knots, maybe 10 in a little puffs. But at the moment, here's the series leader, defending champion, will tack and lay into the weather mark the first time. In first place, a good lead over Rag and Famish. You'll see Andu come into the picture, but as we keep saying, he was OCS and he won't count today in this race for points. So what do we do? Just bear away, Andrew, and get across to that western shore and wriggle your way downwind. So Andu leads.
Nothing complicated here.
And he's jumped away from Rag and Famish.
Yeah, but Rag and Famish's done quite a good job up the last part of the beat here.
And the other boat, where's Finport? And he's coming in now. He'll be about, dropped off from the lead to about 6th or 7th perhaps even. So the Rag will be second. That's him coming to the weather mark now. Very light here.
And the poor old Black Knight just short of the lay.
Yeah.
Going to get themselves into some trouble
Next
here.
will be Vycobi. So he'll be third, having a much better outing than the first 2 races. It's quite disappointing with a 12th and a 14th, but they're in third spot at the moment. Oh, the Black Knight's in trouble here too. He tacks short again.
And the breeze has lifted off.
So Vycobi round. Kirk Mitchell, Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Barnett. Then 6th, making things very ugly for the Germans. Okay, 6th around.
And Pete, on 6, Lockie Pryor, the forward end on board there, he school teacher and had all these school kids down in the park earlier today.
Oh, is that what it was? I saw them all there.
Yep.
Okay, there's Keegan York around in 3rd, 4th, 5th place. The poor old Germans, they've got absolutely chicken winged up here at this weather mark. They've had about 3 goes at it. Now they get going. They're around, and Lazarus has come into the play too.
Oh, and he's going to have trouble with the mark, Pete, if you have a look.
Tom Kunich. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, going to be a bit of yelling here. Starboard. Okay, Lazarus. Now the big foot. Bit of avoiding action there.
Well, the ladder's about to hit him.
Lazarus, oh dear. Okay, big foot around. The Queenslanders again prominent. Lazarus, Young Henry's burrowing. Then Marine Outlet.
Pretty good effort from the Queenslanders there. Just ignored Lazarus completely. Didn't say a word.
Royal Oak, Victoria.
Got on with it.
And where are our New Zealand friends? Oh, here they are. They're together. ASCC 2 leads ASCC 1.
Looks like the
little
two,
rig on, haven't they?
Yeah, got a little rig.
ASCC 2 got a small rig. Then Noakes. Well done to Beck Hancock, Lindsay Stead, and Brandon Bynick. Sure Partners also, Emma Rankin, the two lady skippers together. Then C-Tech from Queensland. And the Huffle House. Balmain boys, boy, they were looking forward to a good day today. That's hasn't started well for them.
I think we put the mocker on him in the park.
Yes, well, you gave him some advice, didn't you, Jimmy?
Always.
Well, either he didn't take it or something.
Well, I said to get off the line good, so...
Yeah, we said that. Okay, UK will be next, then round the outside of RAYC, New Zealand, Fisher Paykel, then Smeg, again back a long way, then the 18-footers, and the tail end Charlie is...
The Bloody Dane.
The Bloody Dane. Beautiful day here on the harbour, a clear runway, and Andu leads the fleet downwind the first time. It's just a procession really, Andrew, isn't it? Long jibe on starboard, then jibe, and a couple of shortened ups to the leeward gate. Not many passing lanes, you wouldn't think. Yeah, not many passing lanes in this track. It's Ragged Famish on the right. Andu, the leader, just jibing now. Raggy diving a bit earlier than him. This might be a passing opportunity here, perhaps. Well, they're all early. Vanessa going to the right-hand side of the goat, Pete. Which is what Rag's going to do here. Andu, not so sure. Gate about 80 metres apart, maybe a bit less. Choose what gate you go around. Oh, they've both got a bit of wick up here. Andu has it. Yandu going to cause a bit of mayhem in front of them because she's not in the race. There's Andu. He left him drop a bit low, Pete. Working hard to get this shoot down. The Rags dropped a lot earlier. Oh, still just getting down now. Sammy Newton getting into the bow of Andu, and they're going to tack away quite quickly to get across the harbour again. Breeze just picked up a little bit here as the fleet run down. Vycovia had a good run. They're about 2 or 3 boat lengths behind Rag and Famish in third spot. And then Finport. This breeze just spiked up here.
Just a little spike. Looks like it's limited to this side of the track, though, Pete.
Yeah. So Finport, crew under pressure, as you say, in fourth spot. And then after them will be the Black Knight
and sixth
around the outside of them, Jimmy. They're having their best day out for a while, the sixth boys. It's always just when you get a bit windy and overlay the mark a bit, things get a little tense. Bit of crew under pressure, but Purple Chute is our top Queensland team, the Bigfoot.
Mark C was down here the other day from Bigfoot, the sponsor. Loving it.
Yeah. Crew of Dave Hayter, Ben Roxburgh and Elliot Marr. There's Lazarus. They were prominent at the weather mark, I thought. They've dropped back a little. Tom Cunage, Mark Chapman and Tim Morishima. Comes Johnny Cooley on the Marine Outlet. He's next, and then the Royal Oak. Got the right spinnaker up today, the Royal Oak boys.
And the Kiwis back in the pack here, so
yes, they've
got work to do.
The two Kiwis, the top Kiwi with a white Honda spinnaker, you'll just get round inside of ASCC2.
Chits is telling us that Burrow Hanks put the wrong chute in the boat too, and he's quite right.
Okay, well, Simon Nern,
number 2 chute on the big rig.
And a big rig doesn't really go that well, but Shaw and Partners around next. Balmain are the only boat going to the left-hand mark, looking downwind.
Well, he's further back than fullback, so he had to do
something.
And he's got no traffic on that side.
No,
so.
not much wind either. But
God, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, Sea-Tech around, then Noakes.
He's going around the mark at 8 knots of wind, and 200 metres to the left, it's close to 14 knots, or 12 knots, certainly.
Yeah, there's Noakes.
Anyway, the Balmain got work to do.
Yeah, good breeze. Most of the fleet have gone to that, all of the fleet except Balmain have gone to that right-hand mark and punched into the shore on Chowder Head, then coming back on Longport tack. I don't think we're going to see any boats tack early, although what Andrew did last time was go about 3/4 of the way to Steel Point, then tack back out in the middle, and he got a huge gain by doing that.
Still think this breeze exhibiting some signs of stability now, whereas the first meter was quite unstable.
It's a little stronger. It's 2 o'clock real time.
Yeah,
3
like
o'clock summertime.
Regulation nor'east now.
Yep. A few little white caps appearing. There's Andrew Tack, Nelson Park in the background. So Rag and Famish second, Finport third, close to Vaikobi.
Just got a note through Shippo from Glen York, just saying, bloody hell, that means I am a great-grandfather. Glad I heard it on Sale Media.
God,
as if you didn't know, Foot.
Does Keegan tell his parents anything? Jeez. Anyway, congratulations. I hope everyone's well. Mum and baby are well. Great thrill. And it's a great thrill for the Andu boys. They've got their nose in front, but Bragg going a bit further in towards Nielsen than Andu went.
Not a big pile of wind on
No,
this edge.
there's not, is there? Andu's basically doing the course they did last time.
Well, it seemed to work last time.
Well, it certainly did.
But it did look like the right pay, right at the end of the beat, the last 200 yards, you had to be up on the lay line.
Yeah.
But not so much in this party adjacent to the, maybe just there's too much heat, residual heat in the land here.
Well, Finsport's given away what he did last time. He went right into Nielsen Park Shore, but now he's gone and attacked the middle of the harbour. It's all the benefit to Andu, sorry.
Well, Pete, here's the question. How warm is it there on Nelson Park Beach where the steel pilings are in the sand?
I'm not going there, Andrew.
No bloody courage, do you, Peter?
No.
My goodness.
No one can go there.
No. Well, here's Vaikobi rolling the dice, going right into Nielsen. Nice little veins of pressure coming around the shore as they tack.
And he's got a good one there, the Vaikobi.
Yeah, he's got a nice little gust of tack in.
So the Andu has gained on the rag by going to the middle of the creek.
And Vaikobi's closed up on Finport too.
Well, Vaikobi crossed them before, Peter, so I think Finport's back in front of them, yeah. But it hasn't paid to come right in this part of the beat.
Not yet, anyway.
So just up at the top, boys and girls.
There's the Finport Vycobi cross. That's the battle for third.
Summary is Finport has gained on Vycobi indeed. Thanks, Jez.
Matandu top of screen there, trying to break the cover that Yandu have got on him. So it'll be, once he find out that Yandu wasn't in the race, well, he'll probably be a little bit dark, but anyway, that's what we're seeing at the moment, Yandu and Andu. What's Yandu going to do here? Oh,
not what they need.
no, it's not really, especially when they're not in the race, but neither team know that.
There's a bit of separation. No,
Well-
Andu, those guys would suspect that Yandu was over, Peter. They had a pretty good view of it, I think.
They were right there, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, we're about 60 or 80 metres from the weather mark the second time. So halfway through this course, heat 3 of the championship. They attack in unison, basically. Yandu someone's watching us from New York, and they don't say who they are. Watching you from New York while overnight to get an early flight home. Maybe Speezy, I'm not sure, but anyway, welcome whoever you are. As Andu gets a little wobble, and away they go. Den on starboard jibe. I think I might have said port before. I don't know my port from the starboard. It's that.
Hold up your port hand, Peter.
Yeah.
We'll check. There you go. Another rag coming in here on a bit of a skinny lay. Vycobi on a extra skinny lay.
Vycobi's going to have troubles because Finport there.
Finport's in the way. Vycobi's just going to have to wait here. They can't tack. Finport even can't lay. Wow.
No, they're well short.
That's pretty
Big let off the hook for Vycobi.
Yeah.
You would have at least taken him to the mark, wouldn't you? And then
Oh, Keegan, you've got to come back, mate. Seriously.
Okay, rags round. Little kiss of the mark, which you're allowed to do. Josh hands the main sheet to Harry Price. In they go. Get to work, the crew. So Vycobi will be third. He's got in front of Finport, who's fourth. All on starboard jibe. There goes the grandfather. He's around. Well, that's what he is, isn't he? Did you tell me?
yes, Shippo. I haven't set you up.
No, not much.
I know better than to set you up. Bucko's still paying.
Yeah. Okay. There's Vycobi, and there's the Black Knight around just behind sixth.
The big mover up through the pack there is
Top
ASCC.
New Zealand, absolutely, Jimmy. He's come right into the play. Following the Black Knight will be Lazarus, then the Royal Oak, then ASCC1, and then Bigfoot. So there's Lazarus. Tom Kunich, he's around. Wow. So
Some good night fighting in the peloton. ASCC just squeezing his way.
At least he's made big inroads there. Belly lifting Adam Mustel and Josh Shon. And they're all on a long starboard jibe in towards Chowder Head. So what they learned at the bottom last time, Pete, need to go to the right-hand mark and jibe a little earlier.
Breeze heads as you go in.
Yeah. And lift a bit of lift and pressure.
And it doesn't hurt to go around the starboard hand mark at the side of the point.
It's the battle with sixth and the Black Knight. Way in the distance is Andu with the below him is Yandu, who's out of play because he's OCS. So Rag and Famish in second, fairway behind Andu now. This is a big gap, probably the biggest I've seen of the whole race. Rag running into Chowderhead, ready for the jibe. He's going to take some catching now, the Andu boys.
Oh, yeah, no. Barring a bad accident, you know, the race is theirs pretty readily. But equally, Rag and Famish probably fairly comfortable that they will be second.
Well, Vycobi and Finport are close enough to make things interesting for Harry Price, but at the moment he's got a nice little jump on them of 80 metres or so. Yeah. He's leaving this jibe very late.
But as you know, Pete, the error rate's pretty low on the Rag, isn't it?
It is. Some good operators there. Some good operators chasing them hard too. Vycobi really need to pull a big day out today, really. That's getting ready to jibe on the Vycobi. There they go.
Willie Morrison just checked in.
Oh, big
Shippo
Willie.
from Lake Cat-Eye. Saying hello to you.
Good on you, Willie. Good to know you're watching, buddy. Hope you're well. Hey, Wilbur. Hope the schooners are still as cold as they used to be. As Finport jibes. So, Yandu's around, clean and on their way. The final lap. Oh, Rag and Famish had a real wobbly jibe there.
Well, we nearly sank him again, eh?
You nearly sank him, Bucko. Shippo were clean.
We're very clean. Okay, Vycobi's closed up nicely, as has Finport. Vycobi just trying to get on the starboard jibe. Okay. Rag, a nice early safe drop.
Pretty conservative, but that's what they need. They don't want to have any shenanigans here.
Vycobi will probably carry on a little longer with their shoot. They might have jibed a whisker early, Vycobi. They're coming in a bit flat here.
Bit too much square running from both boats in reality, but the Rag rolling already. Vycobi by the lee, Spinnaker in the tide.
They'll be right.
Yeah, Pete, it's right 9 times in the 10th time.
Yeah.
Bag of prawns.
Okay, so Vycobi by a couple of boat lengths over Finport for third. Finport bail out as quick as they can in a few waves and down pressure. Oh, he's barrelling in as the Black Knight.
Coming in hot, did we say?
He's right. Which way is he going? He's going to this.
He's going to come here.
Same mark,
Two-star reach across, not a bad idea.
Yeah. And sixth has jibed a bit early too, I think.
Two blokes on the end of the wing still. Boat's still going quite fast. So they'll get round in front of Finport.
Yeah, Finport are running flat, following them.
That's Lazarus
with the
Finport Spinnaker, just to confuse you.
Absolutely.
That confuses completely. Sorry, Finport.
So Lazarus inside sixth.
Still fully optimistic about the Spinnaker, Halliard.
Here's a go. The New Zealanders inside the Queenslanders, aren't they?
With a suicide drop.
Just let the halyard fly.
You need some apparent wind to do that, boys. Still, they've got away with it. So down that run, that must have been a bit of a knife fight, Pete, because it's the same bunch that was together at the top mark.
ASCC1 inside Bigfoot, and then Royal Oak next, and then Marine Outlet, a couple of boat lengths astern of the Royal Oak, and next will be the other Queenslanders, C-Tech.
A bit of luck for the boys there. The breeze lifted off at the mark. Quite a bit more wind adjacent to the point, and breeze now backing Pete into the north here. Wow. Big left-hand beat.
Good breeze on the point.
Yep.
At C-Tech. Josh Sloman, George Morton and Angus Barker.
So this might get Vycobi up into the podium, Pete. Hard left up the first part of the beat here. Breeze has turned left about 15 degrees.
Okay, we'll see a few of the middle to back boats coming in now.
The Victorians there with
Victorians.
the Birkenhead.
Fisher Pike coming in. There's the blue chute is our friends on light blue is Burrowang. Balmain trying to wriggle their way up to a single figure placing from a long way back. There's the Burrowang with a little chute on in the middle. And the last boat with the, as we concentrate on the Black Knight, the last boat is the Bloody Danes. So about 200 metres from the leeward mark. With nice conditions now, breeze up a little, 10, 11 knots. Really leading back now, good progress, good runway, clear runway up to the weather mark for the last time of Heat 3 of the 2024 Championships.
And almost a one-legger back to the finish with the rotation, Pete.
For the Alan Cole Trophy, and this championship brought to you by Winnings. Gee, they'll be enjoying this. These boys are really comfortable lead. Lovely pressure coming out of Watson's Bay. The weather mark of a couple of 100 metres upwind of them. Certainly sail relaxed, and whether or not they know that Yandu is out of the race, they've still have a big lead over Rag and Famish.
Yeah, 90 seconds or something like that, yeah.
Ferry just coming out of Watson's Bay is taking some avoiding action. They might go stand a long way in here, I think.
He can't get to the ley line though, can he, Pete?
It'd be pretty close, I would think. Pretty close. Get a couple of little tickly right-handers going up there. He might do it.
Needs to go all the way to the Cardinal. He might, and you might be right.
He's definitely done enough sailing in that bay as a kid.
Yeah. Our drone operator's checking the beers up. His hats off to the drone operator from Norm Anderson. So thank you, Norm.
So, Pete, I think Vykovi's in third. Hard left paid.
Yeah.
Hard left at the bottom of the beat.
Just getting ready to tack on the Andu off screen. They're right in on bottom and glass. Might have to pull the centreboard up in a minute. There they go. That's the bottle and glass rocks. And just a few little puffs ready, getting to a little bouncy waves there. And that you should be an easy lay from there, you would think.
Yeah, no, easy lay in the...
Although Yandu's going to gas them.
Yep.
A little bit.
Oh.
Not the best tack on Yandu.
No, big lifting puff.
Standing, yeah.
Came out too deep and the puff lifted as he got to them.
Yeah, Andu have opened up way huge lead on Rag and Vykovi. Vykovi's very close to second here.
Oh, well, I did say they were third. I meant second. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you a little bit here. They're struggling a little.
the Rag went exactly the wrong way of the beat.
Here's Vykovi. He's got his nose round in front of the Rag.
That's correct.
Nowhere near a ley line, these boats. And neither of the two leaders. Oh, the leader, Andu, I think he's a bit short, actually. Headed it a little as he came off bottom and glass.
No, Yandu laying.
Well, he wasn't before. Now he's starting to put the bow up a little.
You're right. Oh, a downspeed bearaway, always a dangerous thing. Here we go. No problem.
So here's Andu. Yes, he will lay. And he's bound for the finish in first place. Around now. Just take it easy, nothing too exciting here. And Yandu will face the music, or will not face the music, as he crosses the finishing line, because he will not get the hooter because he was OCS at the start. So all for nothing. So now the battle really is on for second and third. And even, I think Finport is maybe close enough, but... So Rag, Taxon...
And they're above the Port Tack Leyland.
I think he locked Vycobi out there, didn't he?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think Vycobi could have tacked.
Bit of match racing from Harry.
No
surprise.
So Vycobi
left the door open for Finport here.
I think Finport's too far back, I think, isn't he?
Harry's lay line's pretty solid. Vycobi be over it.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't tack.
And as soon as Harry gets inside the 30-metre circle, he's got right, so...
Yeah, all advantage here, the Rag.
He's going on good to go.
These boats will be second and third. Just get the order in a moment, but Rag will be second. And Vycobi will get around in front of Finport.
Finport in touch again.
Just.
Long fingernails.
Yeah, so Vycobi around third.
Vycobi a bit slow on the last tack in there.
And around is Finport now. About 10 seconds adrift of Vycobi. All long starboard run again into Chowder.
Yep.
Chowder head.
Progressive header as you go, so the lead boat appears to gain.
Very few passing lanes here.
So the Black Knight's going to be fifth, Pete.
That's a good effort from our hiring.
And ASCC might end up sixth.
They're a quick boat, that ASCC. They're sailing it very well. That's our leader of Heat 3. Looks almost certain to add to his second and a first. So his defence is starting to look pretty solid. A 2-1-1. There's the following pack. Led by Rag and Famish, Vycobi and Finport. Second, third and fourth. We don't know the order yet. Beautiful Watson's Bay in the background, the Gap, the Watson's Bay Hotel. Well, Vycobi's trying to have a piece of the Rag here, but all eyes on this front runner, Sam Newton, Sevi Jarman and John Winning Jr. Another faultless display, great start, jumped out well, got on the long port tack and then just kept on keeping on. Although Andu would have been interesting if he'd started correctly. Here comes the news for Yandu. They now will realise that they were over, so Andu wins Heat 3. Got about 3 or 4 boat lengths to go. Okay, there's Andu. First blood today to these boys.
1-1-2 is a pretty lousy scorecard, Peter, but
It'd be nice to have in your pocket.
yep.
Gee, they have jumped away here from this following pack of Rag, Vycobi and Finport. Oh. Well, Vycobi right on the point. He wouldn't have wanted to screw up there. He would have been harder ground. But the breeze is always spiky here, as it is again today.
Yeah, you don't need to go push your luck, but they head as they come towards the point, Pete, and then lift and head again as they go out.
Vycobi doing a nice job. They've got Finport well and truly behind them.
Yeah. And the rag driving back to the pressure, asking the question of Vycobi in a sense. What are you going to do, boys?
I think the rag, we've got to follow them in, haven't they?
Yeah, the rag going to go to the buoy end and get there easily.
Yeah. Vycobi driving now behind them. It's numbering off, really.
So 90-second win to Andu there, Pete. So,
well, that's
so the rag gave away about 40 seconds on the last beat by going the wrong way.
So the rag is second.
Yep.
Continues his good form. 2 seconds and a fourth. So Vycobi third, and Keegan York in Finport will be Vycobi third, Finport fourth. And next will be the Black Knight. So already had a fifth in the first heat, and a real problem in the second heat when a jib decided to part company with the top of the mast, had to capsize and fix it. And here's Lazarus has done well in six.
They were threatening to do well each race at some point, Pete, haven't they? So
Lazarus, yeah,
they've got the 3 laps done okay. Big gap now to the Kiwis, but they'll get seventh.
Seventh. So Lazarus, Tom Kunich in sixth spot. Mark Chapin, Tim Morishima, good effort. Oh, this has been interesting here.
Oh, the Kiwis having a shot at it.
Yeah, I think Kiwis will be right. ASCC 1. They will be seventh.
Nicely judged lay into the finish.
Yeah, they've done well. They were a long way back.
And a good header.
In the first lap, and now they've got themselves into seventh.
Cruising.
So that's 3 single-figure placings to these boys.
Yeah.
That is very good. Eighth is the Royal Oak. The Royal Oak, 8th, 6th, 9th.
This is
9th, and now Marine Outlet driving on the bow of Purple Spinnaker of the Black Bigfoot. Marine Outlet is 10. Bigfoot 11. Another good effort from the Queenslanders. Oh, there's a bit of action here. Oh,
C-Tech's in the tide.
C-Tech is in the tide.
And the Victorians.
Well, they caught. I don't know what happened there. The Victorians were on starboard, and Bigfoot.
It's a big heading puff, Pete.
Yeah. So
amazing.
Victoria 12, Fisher and Peichel 13th. Balmain 14th.
That's their discard.
Yeah. Next will be, I think, Shaw and Partners. Emma Rankin, Cam McDonald and Tom Quigley.
So they were in all sorts off the start line.
Yes, they were. They had real trouble.
Probably not a bad result.
They get to 15th.
Well done to Brett Van Munster on fixing their boom after it absolutely exploded.
Just after the start, the start on Sunday.
Yeah, Cam showed me the pictures of it last night.
Didn't look too good?
No, mate. It went off with a bang. The video from the Pin End boat, you can hear it from there.
Oh, is that right?
Yummy. A bit of extra work for Mr. Van Munster.
So Shaw and Partners across 15th. Okay, will C-Tech get up and get across in 16th spot?
I've got a fair bit of time.
Well, time moves pretty quickly when you're in that position. They actually have a bit of time. Just all they've got to do is get up and drift across, but they're about 20 metres upwind of the pin at the
They're
moment.
in an ultimately awkward spot, Peter.
Yes, yeah.
They've got a bloke sitting in the boat trying to...
What's he trying to do?
That's in case they spin past head to wind.
Oh, okay.
Bit easier with 3 on the riding lever.
Talk about the cavalry charging down at them. Just got to get the... Here comes the... There's Noakes with the blue spinnaker. They should... C-Tech, I think, will get the job done here off camera. They will get 16th.
They should be able to.
Yep. Okay, and then there goes C-Tech. They're across. 16th, 17th will be Noakes.
Not a very good lay line from them.
No, then 18th, Smeg. Wow, they're back a bit again today, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, they're better than that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here's one to call, mate.
Oh, here comes the Burrowang
With a
little
ring
shoot.
spinnaker.
Will he beat ASC? Yes, he does. Burrowang 19th. ASC C2 20th. Then Bloody Danes. And then the RAYC, the New Zealand boat, in 22nd.
The only 2 left on course, Pete. Looks like the Hoffel House and the 18-footers bar and restaurant bring up the tail.
Okay, we must have a... Sorry, which boat's still out there, Jimmy, did you say?
Hoffel House
Yeah.
and 18-footers bar and grill.
Did we see the UK finish? No. Didn't see them finish.
Oh, sorry, Pete. I thought it was them. No, that's... I'm
No.
confusing them with...
So we're missing...
They're here,
The Bloody
they're
Danes.
just over near Shark Island from our boat, but I
Yeah,
don't know whether they
I didn't get them
finish that
finishing.
race. No.
So we're missing a couple of others too, are we?
kitchen makeup.
No, he's coming, isn't he? I think Kitchen Maker's still coming.
Christmas with Christmas.
Yeah,
isn't he?
24.
The kitchen maker's not here.
So who's to come? Hoffel House and
Yeah, Red
Kitchen
Shirt,
Maker.
Kitchen.
Okay,
The 18-footers.
23.
Can't see the kitchen maker anywhere.
It's the yellow shirt. Oh, no, the
That's
Kitchen Maker, yeah, Hoffel.
That's the bar and grill.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for the fourth heat to start, it'll be a little while yet because still boats are still coming downwind and it's quickly repeating. Andu first, Rag second, Vycobi third, Finport fourth, fifth Black Knight, sixth Lazarus and seventh ASCC 1. And a little earlier today, I spoke to the skipper of the leading New Zealand boat. Well, we're here with Eli, the skipper of the leading New Zealand boat, ASCC1. Eli, happy with the regatta so far? You've had a couple of good days.
Yeah, we've been loving it over here. We're just stoked to have some Kiwi presence back over at this regatta, and yeah, we weren't really sure how we were going to stack up against some of these top Aussie boats, but it's cool to be somewhat in the mix, and yeah, we're having a great time.
What's your background in 18-footers or in skiff sailing, really?
Yeah, so I've done a bit of 29ers and some youth stuff, and I started sailing skiffs when I was quite young. I think when I was 15 or 16. I've done a couple JJs before, and I always knew I wanted to jump on at 18, and yeah, managed to jump on one and come across and witness the Honda boys and all the other teams like Josh and Ginge doing really well, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And now I've got my own boat that I'm driving, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving it.
And the lead up to this regatta, how much training did you do back home?
Not a whole lot. We about 6 months ago, Graham got us all down, and he's given us the go-ahead for the JJs. We're all super excited, so it was more a case of getting all the boats ready and getting as much sailing as we could before we came over. So we've probably done about maybe 30 or 40 sessions. So we've done a little bit, but would have liked to have done a whole lot more, obviously. But yeah. And
other boats? You're sailing other skiffs at all?
Not at the moment. At the moment, I race on the IQ foil windsurfer. So doing an Olympic campaign of that at the moment. So this is a bit different than that. But I've grown up sailing skiffs, so I always love to come back. And yeah, the thrill you get is pretty awesome.
And how close to Olympic selection are you?
We've just had our Olympic regattas, so they just need to decide. I'm probably not going to go this time, but going to push hard for the next one. That's also a whole lot of fun as well.
Well, best of luck with that, and best of luck for the remainder of the regatta, and enjoy your stay in Sydney.
Yeah, thanks. We're loving it. Awesome.
Okay, well, here's the tail ender, the 18-footer bar and restaurant, just about to cross the finishing line. So, will we change a course?
Got the pin mark on board the boat, moving.
A virtual finish line, Jimmy.
Makes it very hard.
Yeah. So, have we got signals of course yet from the committee boat?
Same course, same axis.
Right, and the breeze, much the same, a little bit more perhaps, of 10, 11 knots at times.
It's amazing, isn't it, Pete? The little bit of northerly flow on the left edge, localised almost to the land, like within 50 or 80 metres of the headland.
But as you said, Bucko, down the bottom, the two bottom marks was completely different breeze strengths. It was just...
Yep. There's a lot of people off work today, I must say that. There's a lot watching.
We're not doing the economy too well?
No, we've got someone here from... I've just got to find it.
Say.
Well, there's Doug Flynn's watching in the 18-footer club, having his third schooner.
G'day, Dougie. Good to hear from you.
I don't know if it's reciprocated, Andrew, but anyway, hello to you, Doug. James Dwyer says an absence of kumquats. Yes, we're liking that, James. That's for sure. Graham Longs from Perth watching in. Well, the kitchen makers was out there today. That's a question. We didn't see him finish. Any intel on the kitchen maker, Jimmy?
No, mate, no.
Was he out there? We see him at the start. I don't know.
We'll have to go back through the video and have a look.
Yeah. We've got Andy Allen watching it. He's an E-Scow sailor from Wawasee, Indiana. There you go. You been there, Bucko, to Wawasee?
I must admit I haven't. I did have.
We'll give you a one-way ticket.
I had the privilege of sailing a scow with Mr. Melgers on Lake Geneva. That was my sole big scow outing, and it was pretty marvellous. So, course change a little.
056 at 1.1.
056. Oh, that can't be that precise. It's 05. Was it 060? What is it?
No, 056.
Jeez.
There, it's on screen.
That is precision plus.
Yeah. 1.1.
Well, 056. Set your compasses.
5 decimal places, boys and girls. And I did have a sail in a J24 once at Lake Minnetonka, Peter, which is in a little lake I sailed on in Minneapolis. It's an edifying experience.
I'm sure. Righto, well, Heat 3's done and dusted. A big disappointment for Yandu. Over at the start. Led the fleet home, but...
Sorry, folks, we're just...
Yandu was the victor. Rag and Famish second. Vycobi third. Finport fourth. Black Knight 5. Lazarus 6. ASCC... with a very good comeback. ASCC 1, 7th. Royal Oak 8. 6th, 9th. Marine Outlet 10. Bigfoot 11. Victoria 12. Fisher Paykel 13th. Balmain 14. Shore and Partners 15. Seatech 16. Noakes 17. Smeg 18. Burrowang 19. ASCC 2 20. Bloody Danes 21. Third New Zealand boat,
we're here with Eli, the
22.
skipper of the leading New Zealand boat, ASCC 1.
23,
Eli,
and the 18-footer bar and restaurant rounded it out at 24. So we don't have any intel on the kitchen maker. And the UK boat, they were a non-finisher, but are they here again? You said you spotted them, Jimmy, for the second race?
Yeah, I did spot them. They were
over
in Shark Island. They're just going back and forth.
Okay, well...
They're just here, just off the port side of the boat.
Okay, good. Well, we're in Taylor Bay waiting the start of the fourth heat. Two today, two tomorrow. They're getting close to signals.
Not far off. The Pommies just went for a bit of a harbour cruise. They haven't been on Sydney Harbour before.
Well, there we go. 5 minutes. So how do you play this as Yandu? Andrew?
Just start well and keep going, mate.
Yeah, well,
seriously.
I don't want to do that, but
Seriously.
you hold back that extra length just because your nerves are a little shot. The speed's not shot.
No,
that's for sure. Their speed is very quick, but
not at all.
After 3 heats, there drops in play, really. And that's where...
That's from Jeremy. So, viewers, we've got a bit of a screenshot from the PRO. But, I mean, Chit's in, Pete, in real time, you know, and he's more accurate than we are, obviously, because he's got the opportunity of stop framing the video. But in real time, they looked like they were clearly over. Not that we were perfectly positioned, but we were close. Pretty unfortunate, though, because his shot shows it to be perhaps 5 feet over, something like that.
So 3:50 to go for the fourth heat. Breeze northeast, maybe a little east at times of northeast, but little good spiky bits coming down the harbour at 11, maybe 12 knots at times, but probably more like 10 averaging out at.
And so, not on screen, Burrowing's got a new spinnaker, one of the old Yandu spinnakers.
They have. So someone's been very kind to them, and
well, the committee boat always has a couple of spare tool extensions and a couple of spare spinnakers.
Big problem on board Vicobia. We just come around to the right.
There's been a
broken boom.
Lack of boomage.
Oh no, have they? Oh dear.
It's devastating for them.
Oh dear. Their day's done. What a shame. After a great performance in the first race. Not much you can do with that except go home, get it fixed and ready for tomorrow. What a shame. Yeah, you can see it's clearly broken there. So, So we've got 2.5 minutes to go to the start of the fourth heat. And they've moved the pin back, haven't they, Andrew? Is that what they did? I think?
That's exactly what they did. And that is a pretty good line now. It wasn't quite so good the first race.
No, it's heavily biased down that pin end.
The top mark, they've moved obviously to the left, but it's directly under that crane up South Head there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, it's a long way left, isn't it?
Beautiful landmark crane.
They've moved that a long way. It's right off Camp Cove now. 2 minutes to go.
Okay.
So Vicobia is out with a broken boom. That's the bad news for those guys.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you will.
Okay, just inside 130. Fleet reasonably spread out. Yandu and Andu both in row B at the committee boat end, Pete. Does that tell you anything?
Well, probably trying to both be a bit cautious. Their speed's so good. If they can just keep their noses clean, they don't really have to fight for too much. But
with one blanket, with one blanket, you can get over Rag and Famish, Yandu and Andu.
Yes. Okay, that's the minute signal.
And Andu going to go to try and get to the pin now, I think.
They're going fast behind the fleet.
Yep.
Where are they off to, Andu?
Well, they're going to try and aim at the pin.
Yeah, there's a lot of boats to get through there.
Yeah.
You can see him. He's taken off down there with 35 seconds to go. Lazarus again right up at the committee boat. Yandu and Rag are up this committee boat end this time. Smeg's there as well. But it's still... Is that Andu? And Sixth is right down there at the pin. Okay, there's Andu, just a few up from the
15
pin.
seconds to go.
And moving, starting to move.
Rag at this end. Rag's well positioned here, as is
Yandu. They're ready to go. Feet are down.
Gone.
I think we're clear, are we?
Except for Lazarus, probably.
Give the committee vote? No, I think not. I think we're all good.
Gee,
all good.
The Lazarus
okay, we're off.
The Lazarus has been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, the Bigfoot got squeezed out at the bottom end.
We better give some points to Tommy Koenig for all that.
Yeah, Tommy did a terrific job there. He's now just tacking, as have the bloody Danes. A few boats now getting onto port quickly. The Noakes is out, coming on port. That's Noakes there. Behind them is SeaTech from Queensland, and foreground is the United Kingdom boat.
So no joy for the guys down at the pin.
No.
The Marine Outlet and the Rag have got them blocked out.
Yandu and Rag very good in the middle of the line. Yandu's taken a few sterns there. They're behind early stages. Marine Outlet, Rag and Yandu. See Yandu and is prominent.
So Johnny Cooley has been enjoying that anyway.
Yeah, he's been starting well.
He's been starting well.
He's got a good lane to tack in, which he's done. So it's Yandu's going to be in on the shore at Chowderhead. He's just tacked. Just above him is the Balmain boys getting a better start. A couple of boats have becalmed. They've gone so far into the lee here. Shore and Partners at ASC C1. But we're away on port. Most of the fleet, or all of the fleet, are now on port tack out into the middle of the harbour.
So, Pete, looking at the tidal flow, we're probably past peak flow. Probably only half a knot, yeah?
Yeah, the minimal.
We're not seeing much effect, are we? Probably Finport leads. Or maybe Yandu making amends.
Well, Yandu looks strong already. Gee, that boat's quick. It is very quick.
Yeah.
Although he got a pretty good start. Remembering he was over at the first race today. So the fleet already starting to stretch out. There's no Kobe, broken boom, gone home. Andrew's tacked back. Okay, this will tell us a few stories. He's coming back on starboard. So Andrew is behind Marine Outlet, just in front of the Black Knight, and he's going to come out towards Finport and Yandu. They are both ahead of him, I think. Is Finport ahead of him? It's close. Yeah, Finport and Yandu. That's across the early cross. Balmain not out of it either. Had to just dip slightly on Andu.
Now it's a tactical game. Rag and Famish going back to the left with Andu. And that might work. No warranty on that one, though.
Yeah, the Rag's gone back very early. Andu's going back as well. But
well, Pete, again, look what we see here. Less wind on this middle of the right to right here down the bottom of the beat. Not as windy as it is further up on either edge.
So Andu and the Rag, as they have been most of the series, joined together by a piece of string. They're going left. Yandu, Finport and Balmain going right. That's interesting stuff here. Lazarus, way off camera, is right in on Steel Point. He's basically gone from the start and gone right to Steel Point. So
very outbound from Watto Bay, going to give everybody a bit of grief here, but see Lazarus be inside it.
No, he'll find a gap, I think. There's Lazarus right on Steel Point. He's just getting a little lift, which he doesn't want. He wants to see a little header and flop back in pressure with a lift, but at the moment, there he goes. It's not that much breeze in here. Just a nice big sail breeze at the moment. Lovely day. He's going out. The first boat he'll engage with is Yandu. That's the Nielsen Park blinker, the yellow blinker there.
They're about 8 boat lengths in front of him.
So the question will be, where do Andu and Rag and Famish end up? In the foreground, the 18-footer bar and restaurant in touch.
And 18-footer bar and restaurant about to...
Oh,
I think...
There's the Andu Rag cross, so the Rag across. So that's Victoria, and then Marine Outlet above Andu, and that's the Victorians in shot there. Scott Cunningham, and here's Yandu, who is much closer to Nielsen Park. Will be looking to consolidate here today because in this race, because of his misdemeanour in the first race today. Andu is just tacked. He's right up in Chowder Bay, George's Head area. He's way split here. You can see below him there's Shaw and Partners and Fisher Paykel, and coming out at him is the Bigfoot. I don't know whether this is paid going in there at the moment. He's had to take a dip on the Bigfoot. There's a good breeze out there. That's his saving grace, perhaps. That's what Mick Lane and the boys are looking at. There's a lot of crisscrossing going here. It's probably Finport and Yandu will be closest, and maybe Rag as well. It's a three-lapper.
Three-lapper again.
And Windward Mark's in an interesting place, Pete. It's not dissimilar to approaching the Beechel boy.
That's right. It's much further to the left. Much further. So it's a different track that they're taking upwind this time for sure. Finport's looking very solid at the moment. So Finport is the Western Channel pile.
Looks a bit bow to bow with Yandu to me.
It looks pretty close, doesn't it? Yep. Finport just taking a little header there, coming back on port. Yandu just getting a little tickle of right-hand pressure.
Yeah, breeze just turning right, a fraction up the top of the BB.
Yeah, I think Yandu will lead.
There's our look about it.
Nice little... there's Lazarus down there as well, and Rag and Famish. Somewhat back a little bit at this stage is Andu.
He's only about 7th, Pete.
Yeah, he's got a bit of work to do. They're good enough to do it, but at the moment it's Yandu, Mick Lane, Fangwar and Louis Brake. Approaching the weather mark at about 300 metres to go. It's right up off Camp Cove. Beautiful day on the harbour. A lot of people are not helping the economy by lying on Camp Cove Beach, but such as their want. Big swell at the heads too. There was a massive swell that came through yesterday. A bit of rolly, soft waves here. A bit of swell coming down, bouncing off the headlands. But we're watching Yandu now on port, well under the ley line. So the order will be pretty tight here, I think. But
who's the left-hand most boat over there, Pete? Looking upwind.
Is that Marine Outlet?
Yeah, they look like they're overstood.
I think they have overstood.
Yeah. So,
there's a little tide coming in, not a massive tide.
Yep. Better put the hammer down, boys.
So,
and, you know, so conservatively, the front bit of the fleet here, Rag, Finport, and Yandu, all pretty close, Pete.
Very close. There's someone...
And Balmain.
And Lazarus, too. Lazarus is coming in. almost on the Port Ley line. He's done a good job. He could lead.
Inside the 30-metre radius.
Yeah,
which
Tommy Kunich could lead, and behind him is... Who's that behind?
They're all over. So that's the Kiwis.
The Kiwis. They'll be second. Yeah, that extra hitch up to the left paid. Good
left paid.
Okay, Lazarus round first. He leads.
They've got away with the risk of being inside the...
What's done is opened the gate a little for Andu. He could be third here. It's going to be very tight with Yandu.
No, there's plenty of boats in the way.
Bit of yelling. So ASCC 1 is around in second. Yandu third. It will be Yandu fourth. Then the Bloody Danes, who have been back. Oh, he's
about to have a crash.
There's a lot of goings on here at the Weathermark. Yandu third.
Well done,
Balmain fourth. Then the Bloody Danes. Then Smeg inside them.
Pete Canning from the front. Andu fourth. Yandu third.
Yeah. Okay, Black Knight. Finport. He got lost a bit there towards the end. Now the Victorians.
Yeah, he was in
Marine
good shape.
Outlets. All very close here. That's been a close beat.
Wow.
Next is Fisher Pike.
Oh, the Hoffel House just to the right of screen.
He's got a bit on, the Hoffel. What's he... Was he going downwind or upwind? Which way?
Upwind.
He's going sideways wind. He's got everyone charging at him. Okay, yeah. Welcome to the harbour.
Well, he wanted to get to know everyone. He's just got to know them all.
Wasn't that on page 6 of your textbook, Pete?
That was a bit of short and parters. Almost into windward. So we're away on starboard jibe, a long run into Chowder Bay. Lazarus leads. Tommy Kunich, Mark Chapman and Tim Morishima. They got a very good start. They were sixth in the first race today, so a pretty good day out so far, but the New Zealanders trying hard to get over the top of them. Yandu third, Andu fourth, Balmain 5, Rag and Famish 6. That's how it reads at the moment. Who jibes first here? Jibe angle will be critical on these two leading boats.
So, folks, the Lazarus for the Finport Spinnaker, just to confuse us, but in the lead.
Yes.
So we did say, well done, Tom. Got off the line well and went on with it.
Yeah.
Didn't do any mucking around with tacking and stuff, just went all the way to the other shore.
A lot less tacks than a lot of the boats. It just only got good pressure.
And the Balmain for the first time this week.
Up in the top place at the first mark. He normally comes from a long way back, but anyway, he's in the mix now. Lazarus just getting ready to jibe. Andu was jibed out much earlier. A couple of others have jibed in the middle of the harbour. The Victorians have done that. And also, there's another boat down there with them. You can see them in the distance.
Looks like the middle of the creek's a little fresher than it is on this edge at the present moment.
Andu's got good pressure. You can see him just getting the bow down nicely. The boat way in the distance with the white shoes, the Bloody Danes just jibing. They jibed out early because there was a lot of traffic where they were when they went round the Weathermark. But that's Yandu and Andu running down pretty even. Maybe Andu has a tickle more pressure. Be a bit of pressure on these leading two boats coming into this gate with these top crew breathing down their neck.
Well, there's plenty of experience aboard the Lazarus, just not a lot of experience in the same boat. Same boat, but they've been pretty good.
So Yandu and Andu have made a bit of progress.
Rag and Famish being towed along by the Yandu to some degree there, Peter, I think also. Here goes the Rag into the jibe.
Okay, they jibe the first of the group to jibe early.
Camera's on the Lazarus, but no, it's not.
There's Andu. Might not be far off a jibe here. A bit further to go yet, I think. Lazarus off camera at the moment. They're further to the right. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is not Finport. It is Lazarus with a Finport spinning it. Just going to jibe now. Andu is jibe behind them. And ASCC1 still to jibe. They look like they're lined up for the right-hand mark. ASCC jibing, sort of jibing. It's a bit ugly.
Trying to capsize, but managed to avoid it.
Okay, here's the leader coming in on a nice puff and a well-judged lay line, it looks like. Very well judged. Just puts the bow down, get the chute down, and then can shoot up to the mark.
Nice conservative drop.
Yeah.
That's what they need. They just need to get round clean. A little bit too much running square, though, for my money.
Andu, okay, interesting. Going to the other mark, the left-hand mark.
The other mark is feasible. It's not optimum, but it's feasible.
Now, did we find out what happened to Lazarus on Sunday? Remember, he was third, then he had the problem down at the leeward mark the first time?
When I spoke to Tim, he goes, I still don't want to talk about it. So
right,
I'll work on him tomorrow for you, Shipper.
Well, here's a go at that. Oh, Balmain boys.
Running dead square.
Don't cry, Balmain boys. Get her up, boy. Henry.
Oh, he's going to go on the tide here.
Oh, gee.
Very careful.
That was not recommended. No. Okay, the other mark. Rags round the right-hand mark. Oh, Balmain let a few boats in there, including Smeg. Okay, this leeward, the right-hand mark's the Black Knights next. Then Fisher Paykel. Going to the other mark is Finport and Marine Outlet. They're the two of them. Finport first to get there.
Do we leave the drop late, Pete, or what?
He looks to put the crew under pressure, old Keegan.
Just leave it up. We'll need it again at the top.
Yes, we'll just furl it, mate. Should be right.
Okay, the Bigfoot. And the Bloody Danes.
Tricky problem, this bottom mark, Peter.
Well, some blokes running very square. It's the behind the Black Knight. It's the Victorians. Yeah. Then Bloody Danes are around now. That's Jasper, Tobias and Sebastian. Then Victorians, followed by Sea-Tech. Sixth. And then our old favourite, the Burrowang, with a borrowed spinnaker.
And a good bit of puff coming to welcome them into the mark.
Comes
good nose.
RAYC, followed by 18-footer bar, then
Campbell Reed wrote a song about this called I've Got a Knot in the Halyard. I can't
those guys there have only, as I said the other day, only been in the boat 10 times, the guys on the RAYC.
Yeah, they're going all right.
So good experience, good exposure.
Small breeze on the left looking upwind though, doesn't it? In here off Chowder and Chowder Head, but the big boys are all going on a long port tack around the left-hand mark towards Nielsen. Lazarus went round the right-hand mark and is now just punching off.
We need to try and have a look at the cross here. Balmain and Rag and Famish, where the yacht race is. Andu's well in front of them.
I think Andu will be close to the lead.
Yeah, no, will be.
He's coming out to engage with Lazarus, but they're in the middle of the harbour. Lazarus is coming out from the left.
Okay, so
the Rags tactic.
This tells you something. He is crossing them, I think, or not. Just in front. He just wants to go to the left side of the track. So that's a race for third and fourth.
Now the breeze is moving into a very nice nor'easter now. A few little white caps appearing, 12 knots. So the Lazarus is going to be close to Andu or vice versa. Oh, there's a ferry right in the middle here. It's going to play a few tricks, but I think Lazarus still leads.
Yep, he does too.
Still leads. There's the cross.
Yep.
Well
Quite
done.
comfortably, Pete.
And I think Andu will be second. ASCC 1 will be third. And perhaps
Rag will be fourth.
Rag or Yandu fourth. What a gorgeous day now. The ferry's going to upset the apple cart here a bit by ploughing up the middle of the fleet. So we've got to take some avoidance here.
Yeah, but at least the old ferry's doing 16 knots, so he's out of here pretty quickly.
So the boat, oh, that's Yandu. That's Andu going in towards George's Head. Fisher Paykel in the top 10 or so, just tacking. Get a bit of wash off the ferry, or perhaps in a little bit. Okay, there's Yandu and ASCC 1 and Finport. So it's a big split. It's hard to tell who is going to be second or third, but it's for sure Lazarus probably is leading. It's really good 18-footer sailing weather now. It's 12, 13 knots. Got this beat to go, then 2 more runs and 1 more beat. And then the point score will start to be a little bit meaningful, although it'll really come into play at the end of tomorrow when there's 6 races completed, and then you can drop your worst performance. Well, the doos have certainly split. Yandu's going well to the east, just tacking as I talk. And then way in the distance, Andu's right up under George's Head. Just tacked now.
So, Pete, I'm thinking that Lazarus has maintained their separation here.
Yes. We'll soon see they're back to converge with Andu. So the ferry is clear. And there's Lazarus, Yandu and ASCC 1. And you'll just see in a moment on the left is the bow of Andu. There he is. That's Lazarus and Andu, we think.
And the Lazarus got the hammer down.
Oh, it's a great job, isn't it? But they'll be breathing down their necks here now. They're tacked early. And that's the Western Channel pile light that they're at.
They'll be well up on the ley line there, I think, Pete. Bit of a repeat of the last beat.
Well, Andu are really throwing it at them now. Really moving into their work beautifully on the Andu. ASCC 1 will be third, Yandu 4, Rag 5. Are they laying? That's the question.
Pretty close, Pete. And enough, you know, they both got a little bit of flappy going on the mainsail, so there's enough wind.
I'm not sure they will be, actually.
Well, very close to anyway, Pete. Like, for all practical purposes, they might have 30 or 50 metres on starboard into the mark, but good enough.
But geez, Andu is just coming at them slowly. Just poking out to windward of them. This big heavy crew.
Yeah,
on the Andu.
she's now in range for 290 kilos, that's for sure. Not unexpected.
Lazarus, 266 crew weight.
And the biggest motile in the fleet.
They're really leaning back and moving into their work on the Andu. No, they're well short of the lay line here. So I don't think anyone's yet on the port lay line, but Lazarus will have the starboard advantage when he goes back. It's not much of a lead, if any. The breeze gone a little bit to the right here. And Lazarus not far off attack. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh. Okay, Andrew's just going to take their stern and follow. Oh, no, touch short. And attack under them. Yeah. Lazarus will be able to get the bow down and get over them just.
If they pull
pretty
the
light here.
Pull the jib on a bit, they might
help.
Yeah. Oh,
Lazarus will be boat length ahead. Well, they defended that lead well. Okay, and Andu a bit slow there. So Yandu will be third. The New Zealander, top New Zealand boat, ASCC1, will be fourth. And the Rag will be fifth.
And they won't be too happy with that.
No. And a bit of a wine glass on the Andu chute. Ooh, come on. It's a bit of an ugly one. Pull, pull, pull. There it goes. Little advantage there to Lazarus. So ASCC1 is round fourth. Fifth, the Rag. And sixth is the Marine Outlet.
And then there's a pretty big gap.
Yeah, where does Finport end up? He'll be...
Finport's just coming to
okay,
the
seventh or eighth.
left of the screen there.
He'll be... Probably Balmain will be 7, Finport 8. Then the Victorians are still there, as is the Royal Oak. And is the Black Knight also up high. And is that Fisher Paykel here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gee, he's done well.
He was close to fullback before.
Yeah.
And the Black Knight hasn't had a good trot, have they?
No, neither's the Dark Knight. So
Either of them.
either also. Next around's the Fish Pie. Okay, he's around. They're all off on starboard jibe. No one's jibed early. So Jordan Curtis gets round next, ahead of the Black Knight. Then Balmain. Gee, where's that put Finport? Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. Oh.
10th, but there's 3 boats within 20 feet.
And then Victorians, then the Royal Oak, then the Bigfoot. Here comes Smeg, Nathan McNamara, Jed Crookshank and Jack Taylor, followed by the Bloody Danes. They're having their best day out. And then chasing them will be 6th, Burrawang, Shaw and Partners, 18-footers, the other New Zealand boat and the Hoffel House. But we're off on starboard jibe in towards Clifton Gardens with Lazarus, the narrow leader from Andu. Best breeze of the day now. It's 12, 13 knots. Just lovely. Flat water.
These guys on screen have got a header that the fleet pack really didn't get.
Yeah, they got well low on the Western Channel pile here. So the breeze has headed them and a raise in pressure. Nice job. this group. Black Knight, the Fisher Pike, well, they've got a big spinnaker. He's getting right down, almost laying down to the gate, these blokes. They won't quite, they'll get softer as they get across. Good battle at the front. Yandu and Andu, the doos at it. And the Rag got in front of the Kiwis. The Rag's in fourth spot. Well, this race is not over, but what we're seeing when we have a look at Lazarus, I think he's jumped away a little bit downwind here.
Yep, the leader has gotten further ahead.
They're the doos. Yandu to windward, Andu to leeward. That's Lazarus jibing. Oh no, Andu's coming down on a pretty good one. But Lazarus ahead. Which mark are they going to go to? They split last time. Nice job on the Lazarus. Tom, Mark and Tim. Yeah, they've certainly opened up. They're only a boat length ahead of the windward mark. Now they're considerably much more ahead than Andu.
And they're lined up pretty well for the drop, so...
Yeah, good accurate sailing.
And, you know, they haven't taken too much risk, have they? They've simplified their race.
Oh, is the spinnaker caught?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Don't need that.
No, it's free. It's caught.
Need it out of the top of the rig, I can tell you.
Oh, no. No. Come on, boys.
Keep it together. Just one more. That's all you got to do.
A lot of wind here.
Oh, and Andu in a bit of trouble also.
Oh, there's trouble here aplenty. Yandu's going to get inside Andu. The spinnaker just coming down. Oh, there's tricks being played out here. There's spinnakers in the water. The New Zealanders have dropped early. There's the Rag. This is oh, what a battle here.
You can hear the guys on Andu yelling protests to the guys on Yandu.
Four boats round within about 30 seconds of each other. Harry Price first attack on the Rag as the New Zealanders come round next.
The Rag pretty tidy relative to the rest of them.
Breeze in the left and up. Strength.
So the Rag might need to come back one more dig, but might not also.
Marine outlet, nice and tidy. Then next around. Followed by the Black Knight.
Where's the Dark Knight gone, Pete?
No, he's
invisible.
He's at the nightclub. Okay, then Balmain with the Mandarin Spinnaker. Then Fisher Pike. And a bit of breathing space after that. Finport would be the next around. It was all on there, and it's going to be all on up this beat in the final run. Four boats within about 30 seconds of each other.
There's a problem on board Andu.
No boom bang.
Bang looks like let go.
Right.
Man in the boat.
Rather
doing something.
Significant issue.
Yeah. These boats don't go wind without the vang on to some degree.
To a lot of degree.
Oh, there's a bad tack on the Balmain. It dropped the main sheet. Come on, boys, get it together. Wow. It's quite windy here at...
well, the northerlies come back down to the water surface, Pete, so don't ask me how that works, but
I won't.
We haven't got that long left.
You can see how far left it is, can't you? It's ridiculous.
Rag and Fanish into second.
Rag has crossed Andu, the New Zealanders, and Yandu. So Andu has still got a man in the boat. You can see, I think it's Sam in there, Sam Newton, trying to probably rig an emergency vang. Meanwhile, the Lazarus is going out. They're still in the middle of the harbour.
Well, the Rag will be liking their chances here, Pete. They think they're faster upwind than everybody.
There's Lazarus on port, coming off, punching off Chown ahead. She's almost out in the middle of the harbour now. You can see there's Rag.
And I think this is the right way to beat, Pete, on the left edge.
It looks good here, doesn't it? Plenty of pressure. Breeze a little bit in the left. Now, what's Yandu's story? Are they still got a man in, Jimmy?
Yeah, the mainsail's not fully operational.
Oh, dear. Okay. So,
I don't think they had anything to protest about, though.
Rag and Famish is now second.
But they weren't overlapped.
To Lazarus. That's Lazarus in the distance. Geez, he hasn't worried too much about the opposition, Tom, has he? He's just kept going his own race.
That's right.
And it's paid off.
No. I mean, there's plenty of experience in the boat. That's not the problem. He just tacked.
Just tacked. So this will be the test here. Rag looks very solid up here on this. Good pressure on the port, but I think Lazarus will still be ahead.
But the Rag solidly in second.
Yeah, well, he
made him know he's across him.
First, I think.
He's across him. That little dig back was the key, I think.
Yeah, it still looks more breeze on the left, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's different as you go up and down the track.
No, he's clearly ahead. He's a big cross here.
Yep. So that's going to put Andy back to about fifth, I think.
So it looks like they're up and going.
Yeah, it could be
they're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the
Fifth or sixth.
The Rag coming back for another bite at the north.
Yeah, I think that looks the way to go.
And a bit of cover on the Lazarus as well.
Our commentary boat here. Looks props the way to go. The Lazarus had to bail out, I think, there. But now Yandu's going across to the right. It's good breeze around the Western Channel pile and from there to the weather mark. So watching Harry Price here.
So he'll have a good gauge on where the ley line is.
Josh McKnight and Finn Ronowitz.
Have a look at the compression of the headland here, Pete.
It's nice, isn't it?
Better get the number 4 jib on deck, mate. Looks a bit fresh.
So the Rag so far in the 3 heats has had 2 seconds and a 4th. So he's in strong contention again in this race. Just tacked.
He probably should have got another couple of boat lengths, but I think he's pretty close to the ley line.
He's jumped out of here a little bit, I think.
Oh, this side will have paid, Pete. Look at it. I mean, really.
The other boat that's really motoring up the middle is Marine Outlet. He's got himself into 3rd or 4th position here. Remember, he was 4th in the 2nd heat.
Well, I mean, you've got 2 good sailors, you know, the Gunny brothers who've sailed together. They can finish each other's sentences. They know their strengths and weaknesses. So,
well, they've got to have a team of 3. I mean, Johnny Cooley's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I'm sure his dad's watching from Orange. Hello to you, John Senior.
Yeah.
And very good effort. So the Rag, it's close still with Yandu. I think Yandu might have got himself, I don't know, the 2nd, do you think?
Let's just see. No, Yandu's still a fair way behind Rag.
Yeah, but Rag leads.
And on the ley line with the mainsail inverted, Pete, you couldn't be any happier.
I'd like a little bit a tickle of left hand to get up there, I think.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One more tack.
Yeah. A little short one on starboard and then You're on your way to the finish. Breeze here. We're up in the Shower Pigs area, about 12 or 13. So Andu had a gear failure, breakdown, and it's probably dropped back to about 5th or 6th, Jimmy, hasn't he?
Yeah. Looks like they got it somewhat jury-rigged.
Oh, Harry Price is going to have a nice lead here. A really good lead. Sure Mum and Dad are watching intently.
They're out on their Grand Banks dune.
Classic day, isn't it, Pete? Breeze just a little above the model again, so maybe tomorrow might end up number 2 rig. Similar.
Oh, that's
similar.
Early prediction from you, Bugger.
What direction?
Same as his.
Just
whatever,
checking.
Whatever this is.
So it'll be a light southerly, is that?
Yeah, something like that. Possibly. Possibly a sou'wester, Peter. I don't know.
Okay, we're on the race leader. He's approaching the weather mark for the final time. He's had a good. He's had a good beat.
It's not a bad lay, Pete, is it?
Very good lay and a good lead.
It's just the right amount of distance to complete a tack.
Yeah.
Get yourself sorted.
Get the bow down and
get the vang off.
Drift on home.
Oh, it's not a very good tack, but oh dear boys.
Little back of the jib, right?
Yeah. Quite windy for the big rig.
Yep.
14 knots, maybe even here.
This lead is a good sort of 25, 30 seconds to Yandu. Okay, they're bound for home on the Rag and Famish, leading the 4th heat of the JJs. Crew moving into their work nicely there. Spinnaker's up, set and gone. They're away.
Rock and roll.
So Yandu, 2nd. Well, what might have been today for him.
Yep.
After
30-second lead every bit of. Great tack from the Yandu under pressure. Wow, that is cool. Tack and bear.
I don't think Lewis was hooked up. He just hung on to
No, he's just wandering around.
Yeah.
You know, sky hooks.
Yeah. Well, here's a go for 3rd. We've got
ASCC.
Marine Outlet.
And the Lazarus on the port tack low line in danger here, I think. Got a duck behind him.
There's a bit of yelling from the New Zealanders. And, okay, ASCC 1 is 3rd, Marine Outlet 4, Lazarus 5. There's a bit of fall from grace for those boys, unfortunately.
The Black and Dark Knight will be 6 if they don't forget to tack.
Well, there's Andu coming in as well. It'll be Black Knight, I think, on starboard. They'll get to the...
Yeah, he'll get there next.
The circle next. Here comes Andu. We think they broke their vang at the beginning of the final beat.
Andu well overstood. And the Black Knight not that precise either. But there they go.
Okay, they're around, and there's Andu.
So you can see a bit of lashing on the vang there, Jimmy.
Yep.
And probably, Hunnan.
So now, can they run down the Black Knight and get into about 5th position? That's what will be their mission in life. So we're away to the finish of the 4th heat. 4 of 9 heats. They're the 2 leaders. Yandu 2nd. Rag and Famish 1st. Really getting a good puff down towards Chowder Head. It'll only be a short little jibe on port, then in to the finish. Not enough runway for Yandu here to do anything to close the gap. Unless there's a massive failure on the Rag boys, but they're jibing now. Great jibe. couple of 100 yards out on port and then won it into the finish. Not much Yandu can do now, really, just to consolidate second. Yeah, be happy with second, Pete. And wondering about his other little issue. And the rag in the background driving into the finish, perhaps. Yeah, to go on the low line of the finish. Guess who's in the way, Peter? The ferry? Another jibe to get out of there. The ferry was in the way. So this will complete a very good day for Harry Price and Josh McKnight and Finn Rodowitz, second and a first, to go with their second and a fourth. Yeah. So it certainly keeps this championship alive. Well, misfortune for the Yandu. Huh? Okay, they're on their way to the finish now. Riding with the winner here. Some speculation from some of our well-informed viewers. Jimmy? There he goes, Rag first. Well done. Congratulations to those boys. Terrific win. What a series they're having so far. It's very, very consistent. But still 5 races to go. And here was Yandu with Lewis Brake, Fang Warren and Mick Elaine. A somewhat mixed day and mixed emotions, I guess. Second, they'll take that any day, but this morning, the first race, they didn't finish because they were OCS, so they already have their drop after 4 races. And here's the battle coming in now for third. So Pete, that margin 40 seconds, 1-2. 40 seconds, and this is Marine Outlet. Yep, in third spot. Is that Marine? He mowed it down when we went round the mark with the Aucklanders. And Lazarus in fourth. Marine Outlet. He had a fourth and a third. That's very good from John Cooley and the Gundy boys. Then who we got next? We got Lazarus, who led for a long period. So he's had a good day out. He had a sixth and a fourth. Well done. And they've had some tough times, but they're looking reasonably comfortable, aren't they? Yeah, good speed.
This will be close here.
Oh, here's a good go for fifth between the Aucklanders and Andu. No, I think the Aucklanders are going to get it. So ASCC 1, then Andu, and the Germans. Yeah. Well, a good recovery from Andu, remembering.
And look who turns up seventh, Pete.
Not Balmain. I don't have to look.
That's right.
Where do they?
How'd they do that?
Rabbit out of the hat.
There's Fishbicle on 8th.
And the Victorians in 9th.
Victoria, that's best outing for them.
Geez, I don't think I want to go and have a beer with Keegan tonight.
No, and then 10th is Finport.
And then there's a gap of some proportions, Peter, I must tell you.
I think the next boat will be the purple spinnaker of the Bigfoot, the Queenslander.
11th, and then there is a huge gap.
Yes, so we'll just wait till the Bigfoot finishes.
White fella magic. Dill. That's it, folks.
So, well, Andu's still pretty solid with a first and a fifth. I think most boats would take that. But Rag's Day, a 2 and a 1. You take that any time as well. And And who's going to be next? The White Spinnaker? No, not next.
No.
Royal Oak.
Oh, the Royal Oak. Yeah, flying in from out in the middle of the harbour. The
Coming
Royal
in
Oak.
on a green one. Have a look at it.
Yep.
Smashing it. Just slightly overstood. Oh, fantastic, isn't it? Industrial strength, downwind sailing. Here we go. Oh, fantastic, boys. No, don't rag it. Either set it or flap it. Don't muck around in the middle. Just near the cavitation point on the rudder. Whoa. Sensation.
So, the 6th is next. Or no, there'll be the Danes, the bloody Danes.
No. Next
Bloody
is going to
Danes.
be the Burrowing
Oh,
Hotel.
out there, I'm missing them coming in from out there. Good old Simon Nern, how can we miss him? The mighty Burrowing. Up.
Then the Bloody Danes.
And the
then
Bloody Danes.
6th. Is that...
So the Burrowing in 13th. And the Bloody Danes. So right in the cockpit for our Danish viewers.
Sensation. Nice hole in the chute. Not visible on screen, but quite a long tear about in the middle of the sail. There you go, on screen now. What's the view of the eastern suburbs through the Spinnaker? It's very good. A couple of red chutes. The 6 just
Hoffel House.
The Hoffel House.
Hoffel
Always
House.
looking like they're about to sink for some reason.
They like being very forward on their wing.
They do, don't they?
I've noticed.
Must be some 49er coaching or something silly, I don't know. The Hoffel House.
Hoffel.
And the Shore and Partners.
And Shore.
Not a great day for them. Nor the Smeg.
So, yeah, Smeg, they were a bit disappointing down in 18th position now as they go across.
And Ship, I've just noticed, like just past the finish mark, the Noakes is upside down with boats in attendance.
In attendance, okay. Well, I hope all crew are okay. That's the main priority. Yeah, they've been there a while, I think, Jimmy. I saw them earlier. The 18-footer bar comes across. Getting close to the end. There's only 3 left on the racetrack. Oh. RAYC will be next if he stays afloat.
The Royal Akarana.
And then the ASCC 2 will be in 21st. And then the tail end Charlie with a red chute. Who's that? The last chute, Jimmy? Is it? Wait till he jives. We'll see his mainsail.
C-Tech.
C-Tech.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it that good?
They had a bit of trouble, that's right.
Yeah.
Only other red shirt.
All right, folks. Well, look, again, it's been a sparkling day. It's very exciting racing, and I'm sure, like us, you've enjoyed it. Just a quick summary of the day. The Heat 3 was Andu, Rag and Famish by Kobe, Finport, Black Knight. Remembering that Yandu was OCS and will be recorded as such, so that will definitely be their drop, or they hope to have it as their drop. So all races to count for them now. And then the second heat today was the Rag and Famish, Yandu, Marine Outlet, Lazarus and Andu with the top 5. So tomorrow with 2 more heats, heats 5 and 6, and then the drop will come into play. Just at the moment, the Andu has had a 2-1-1-5, the Rag a 4-2-1-2, and Yandu a 1-3-2, and it did not finish. So pretty close to the top of the leaderboard, and I'm sure it's going to continue that way for the remainder of the regatta. Andrew, quick summary from you and a brief forecast for tomorrow.
Well, the models have got a structure, a breeze structure like today, with the water temperatures and whatever else in place, clear skies, so therefore probably a bit more wind, a little bit more thermal effect, we think, and the models are up, say, plus 2 knots on today, perhaps a little more. So probably number 2 rig. Thoughts from today, the usual story that the compressed nature of the windward leeward course puts people under pressure, and when the wind moves around, everybody has trouble deciding which can to go around at the bottom gate, and as a result there's confusion and some things that look like errors, and the people best placed to take advantage of that all day today were probably Rag and Famish, and to some degree Lazarus did a good job also of uncomplicating what can be complicated. So keep it simple, keep plodding away, and you never know what might happen. Like we say, a 9-race series is a long week.
Okay, we're just watching C-Tech is finished, and there's one still to come. It's our friends from the United Kingdom. They're having a bit of a wobble off Chowder Bay, and are they upright or going to be upright, or no, they're not going to be upright, are they?
The ship is sinking, Peter.
It's a bit like the Titanic. Down it went. Who knows whether it'll come up. Anyway, they'll probably get her up, and it'll be a couple of 5 minutes away from the finish line. So that's today. So I say thank you for joining us, everyone. We look forward to your company tomorrow from the harbour. We hope another good breeze for the heats 5 and 6. So on behalf of all the Sail Media team that bring a great coverage to you, and Jimmy Bury, our captain and commander, thank you. Andrew Buckland, the weather guru, self-appointed, say thank you to you, and look forward to your company tomorrow. Peter Shipway signing off from Sydney Harbour.